Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Online here. Welcome back to another video, guys. And today I figured I'd try something different. And as you guys can see by the title of the video, I'm going to be giving you guys my impressions or kind of like a beta review of For Honor. Now, you guys know For Honor. It was announced back at like E3 2015 by Ubisoft. It was like one of their special new IPs at the end of their show. So, personally, it really intrigued me, but at the same time, I had to be, a little bit skeptical because it is a Ubisoft title. And straight off the bat, I could say that I'm actually quite impressed with this game. So it's really hard to describe For Honor into words. But as you guys can see by the gameplay, it's pretty much a fighting game. You have to choose between three clans: the Vikings, the Samurais, or the Knights. Me personally, I went for the Knights first, but I did actually temper around with the Vikings later on, and they're pretty sweet. But going back to the Knights, I did play as Peacekeeper, which you guys can see in the gameplay right now. She's kind of like a stealthy, kind of like fast-paced assassin, and ultimately it's kind of like the playstyle I like to play. I like dashing forward, striking, and going back. Being very strategic about that. And yeah, I don't know how else to describe the game, but it's pretty much a mainly multiplayer game. They did announce they're going to be doing a campaign, but most likely it's not going to be anything special, and most likely will just be kind of like a tutorial for the multiplayer. So straight off the back, if you guys don't really like multiplayer games or multiplayer focused games like Rainbow Six Siege and Battlefield and that stuff, I'd even say Battlefield's probably more single player than this will be. I definitely would say that, hold off on For Honor unless you get it at a good price. And yeah, definitely if you don't even play multiplayer much, you can completely skip past this game most likely. But going back to it, I was really impressed with this game. The game's really fun. That's the main reason why I really like this game. I just find myself constantly going back, wanting to play another brawl or another 1v1 duel, and it's just so fun. There's mainly three different things you could do. You can dodge, you can strike, and then you can also defend yourself like a parry. And just seeing the different classes interact with each other, like heavies versus lightweight, it's just really fun. And just ultimately not knowing what the other person's gonna pick and you pick, is just really like a mixed bag of what you guys are gonna get into a fight with, and ultimately leads to different kind of fights each and every time. And I just really find it fun. I can say though that the 2v2 brawl is kind of annoying, because if you have a really bad teammate and they die immediately, sometimes that's me, sometimes that's not me, but pretty much the other person will come around and they'll double team you, and you'll pretty much be screwed because there's no way to really fight two people coming at once. I almost did actually once, and it was kind of a sweet moment, but those moments are rare. I think I could say I spent at least like 6 to 7 hours on the game so far. It's a closed beta, by the way. I did get my email on Thursday to play, and ultimately I didn't really start playing until Friday, really. But yeah, as I said, I mainly play as Peacekeeper, and I did try the Viking class, and I did play Raider, which is actually really fun. It's like the guy with the big axe, and he's kind of like a heavy attack kind of character. And I also did try Warlord, which is the guy with the shield on the Viking side, or he might actually be Knights. Yeah, he's a Knight side. And I didn't really like Warlord much, but that's the thing. Each time you start a new class, you're gonna really suck at it. And ultimately, as you, get experience with that class and know how to use its different combos and its different moves, then you start to get better at it. It's kind of like those games like Injustice and Mortal Kombat, where you have to learn the move styles. And while you don't really need to know that as much as you do in those games, it definitely comes in the key in combat in this game. And yeah, so going into it, it's a lot like Rainbow Six Siege, and I actually like that for it, because I really love Rainbow Six Siege. It's one of the multiplayer games that I constantly find myself coming back to, actually. And ultimately, I find myself liking it as much as like Battlefield and Call of Duty, and I find Rainbow Six Siege really underrated. And ultimately, I think that, For Honor coming out on February 14th, I believe it is, on Valentine's Day, I think this game will really be underrated, because I haven't really heard many people talk about the game, to be honest. And whether or not I'll buy the game, that's kind of like a mixed question. I'm going to continue playing the beta to see for myself. I really want to see what the campaign is like and how it is, and if it's even worth my while, because that's a big, influence in getting this game. And I want to know how many maps we've already seen compared to how many maps are in the full game, and just ultimately how much is there to the game. They have announced that there's going to be kind of like a rank system where there's different seasons going on, so that's really cool. It worked for Rainbow Six Siege, and it's even getting more updates for free now, which is really cool. We'll see if they get the same kind of support for Honor, depending on how it sells and how much the fans actually like the game when it comes out. But so far, I think the game's doing good. Another reason why I really don't want to pre-order this game is because it's made by Ubisoft, and I don't really have to say anything more there, but from what I played from the beta, the game is really good. I'd say once out of every 5 matches or so, you'd get kind of like a laggy kind of internet connection, maybe from somebody else, or even maybe yourself, and it's really bad. This game's all about, timing and how you parry attacks and how you choose to attack when at the right time. And if your internet connection to the server is not that good, you're gonna really feel it, and it's gonna suck, trust me. So if they can get that fixed on, that would be great. I think that's why they have the beta, and that's why they've been doing that kind of stuff. And ultimately, if they can fix that, then the game will be really good. And yeah, I think that's the biggest thing going against it, that and maybe a lack of content when it comes out. But I don't think we've seen everything in the game. I think the beta is just a small test, and my cat's coming on in the background, so yeah. Rip. But yeah, well, it's interesting to see in February how this game is, perceived by critics and how it is. But for me, if I had to say that you guys should buy it or not, if you're keen on multiplayer titles and you want something new, definitely this is a game to keep your eye on. This game is probably the most unique multiplayer game I played in maybe the past year. Battlefield 1 you could say is kind of unique, but it's the same kind of FPS. And yeah, I think this has been the most unique multiplayer experience I've played in like maybe a year or so. So that has a lot going for it. But yeah, whether or not you should buy it, just ask yourself those questions. Like I said, are you a multiplayer fan? And if not, maybe you'll just wait until you can pick it up at cheaper prices, because Ubisoft games tend to go down. Watch Dogs 2 is already $30, which that game's great, by the way. Pick it up. That game's amazing for $30. And yeah, guys, that has been my beta review of For Honor. Let me know if you guys are interested in this game and if you're going to be picking it up, and maybe you're just skeptical and you're just going to wait for reviews and see how it's perceived. Maybe you'll wait down for the price like I'm probably going to do. I'm probably not going to buy this day one just because, really, I don't really feel the need to based on what I've seen so far, but it is definitely fun, and maybe going into the summer, that will be a game I pick up for the summertime. And yeah. But yeah, guys, with my cat in the background, that has been Online. I'm going to wrap up this video here. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Interested to hearing what you guys think, because I haven't really covered this game on my channel before. And yeah, guys, I've been Online, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.